farm kind of area. People were living by holding on by their fingernails. So his so-called prayer, Lord's Prayer, was, give us, speaking to God, a loving Father, give us this day, not tomorrow, next week, not this year, but this day. That's all we've got. We're going for it. We're just trying to live through the day. Give us this day, what? $5, $50? No, our daily bread. That tells us these people were living by their fingernails, hanging on by their fingernails. He was concerned with the poor. He was concerned with women. I wrote an article which became kind of famous, actually. It's kind of the best thing I ever wrote in my life, 35 years ago, called Jesus Was a Feminist. And I just finished a book version of it this year, well, 2007. And it really is true that Jesus was a feminist in the sense that he treated women like equivalents of men. They were human beings, first of all, male or female or whatever else, secondary. Now, we're sort of used to that today. I mean, we talk about that. But this was such a revolution. It was such a revolution that it totally disappeared within the lifetime of his followers. Read the latter part of the New Testament materials, it's gone. I mean, it's there in the Gospels when Jesus is speaking, but read all of the epistles and the Acts of the Apostles and all of those things. Women are no longer, by the time the end of the first century, within the Christian church, women should keep silence in the church. I suffer no woman to have authority over men. Women should be subject to their husbands. All of that kind of talk. Exactly the opposite of what Jesus was all about. Well, the same is true of children. I'll belabor the point. And also, he was very much, we could say, anything with certitude about what the real historical Jesus was all about was he was concerned about the poor, about women, and about nonviolence. That also is very clear. I mean, all the other stuff you can debate, whether that was the church or a reflection of the culture at the time, but these things are not something, because they were countercultural. They were against the culture of the time. And so ahimsa was something that was very central to him. And there subsequently then came in the history of his followers afterwards, especially after the time of Consultation, when now you are part of the ruling class. You, meaning the Christians, are part of the ruling class in the powerful Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was sort of like the United States of its day. It was the most powerful engine in the world at the time. There were other empires. Chinese might give you an argument, China, very name China, Trung Wo.